I started my YouTube career, if that's what we can call it, pretty early on in the days at the moment. But with just this camera right here. How I achieved that was actually through quite a sad story of me getting all my equipment stolen in the trip the year before that. I went to Costa Rica with a Canon, I think 700D, with a nice MacBook Pro to go with it so I could edit the videos, as well as microphones and all that jazz, just for it to be stolen my second day in Costa Rica. That was a big setback because I was in a country where I should be making videos and I should be vlogging my experience and doing what I am doing today with this camera and what I did with this camera. So I'm just gonna walk you through how I started this journey of me trying to become the travel YouTuber that I'm gonna be in the next few years. People look back at this and think, oh wow, this is where it started. And it is where it started, and it's where you could start too. So, starting off with this camera here, this is the GoPro Hero 10 Black. I don't know, the names are quite confusing. They don't really mean anything to what the camera does. Basically, it's a great camera for vlogging because shoots in 4K. I didn't shoot in 4K, I shot in probably 2.7K. And if not, just set in 1080. But it's amazing, comes with all sorts of different lenses. Even though it's just the one lens, you can shoot in wide. You can also shoot in like fisheye as well as just your standard zoom. What's also great about it is waterproof. It's light, you can chuck it about. There are some downsides to this camera though. For one, it overheats a lot. At least it did for me in the first 3 months of using it. And to be fair, I was using it every single day, and we were in some hot conditions. Like you can see, we were in Arizona, Utah, in the middle of summer, as well as like New Mexico, Texas. If you've seen the New York vlog, you can see that a lot of that is shot on my phone because it just wouldn't turn on for some reason. I'd be holding the button, nothing would happen, and I could just feel it. It was really, really hot. I just assumed that was the reason why it stopped working. Another downside to this camera is the battery life. If you're like me and you're gonna go on a big trip and you wanna record the whole thing on this, I would recommend stacking up on these. I have about 5 or 6 of these. These are just the ones I can find right now. And every time I got into a hotel, they were the first things that I plugged in. That is a recommendation from me. If you've got the Hero Black 10, I would definitely recommend getting as many batteries as you think you would need. Obviously, all the people that I met on my journey through Costa Rica and they heard about my story and they said, yeah, you should start a GoFundMe page, I'll donate to it. If it wasn't for these people, I would not have all these videos that I've made in the USA and Spain, and all these more videos that are to come with this camera. The second thing that got me through the 3 months of USA and also in Spain was this. This is a little cage thing with a microphone attached with a nice little dead cat. The microphone, it's already part of it. Basically, open that up, chuck your camera in like so. I knew how important it was to get a good microphone for this trip because for people who film on microphones, for people who film on GoPros, you know that the microphone isn't amazing. This little attachment, for me, it did the job, and I've recorded every single video with this microphone. And I think it sounds good. The sound is probably the most important thing of your YouTube videos because if the sound's not good, people are not going to want to put headphones on and listen to it. So I would definitely recommend this if you're going to be vlogging. The downside to this though is sometimes the audio just wouldn't record. My guess is that it wasn't plugged in properly here, as you can see, but make sure every time you plug it in, like you would on a normal camera, just check that the sound waves are moving properly so that you know the sound's working. If anyone else has had problems with that, let me know in the comments because I'm just assuming that's what it was. Another thing is all the kind of add-ons that you get with the GoPro. I didn't get this with the GoPro, but I bought it myself. It's just a little chest strap thing. Here, I'll show you. I don't think this is how you're meant to wear it. I wore it in this video here where you can see Josu and I were riding through the mountains in that little cart thing that he has at his cabin. But this was probably the most useful thing on the trip, well, apart from the camera, because that's what I would use. Just hold it up like a nice little selfie stick, right in line with my eye view. Also, my favorite thing about it is it can turn into a little tripod, which is nice because we would set it up on rocks or the car and talk to the camera. There are some downsides to it, which for me the only one was just this got a bit loose. as you can see, it just fall down. Now the fourth part of this video is the laptop. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I had my laptop stolen and that meant I couldn't edit any videos. Thankfully, Emily came in with the clutch and let me use her laptop, so thank you Emily for that, and that is a lifesaver. Although she had all her university work on it, there wasn't much space for me to download After Effects, Premiere Pro and Photoshop, so that meant I had to pick one, and obviously I'm gonna pick Premiere Pro because that's what I use to edit my videos. I just couldn't make the thumbnails or add in any cool effects like this. So thanks Emily for that, and that was probably the lifesaver of the trip. If I didn't have a laptop, I would have had to stack up loads and loads and loads of footage, and that would have been impossible because my hard drive broke while we were away. So thank you to my amazing girlfriend, because none of these videos that I uploaded would have been possible without her. And then last but not least, it's probably one of my most important things to this whole trip, which was kind of my backup camera, which was my phone. This was probably one of the most useful things for me because, like I mentioned, when my camera was overheating, I had to jump to my phone, which isn't amazing quality. It was just given to me from a family member because obviously, like I said, phone got stolen as well. I mean, think of everything electronic-wise that got stolen out of your bag. That's what happened to me. I shot most of my reels as well, which if you want to see those, they're all in the link below. You can watch that as well. When this bad boy would stop working, I needed to use something so I could whip out my phone real quick and just start recording. As well as Emily did as well. She recorded with her phone a lot of the time. If you watched the New York video, like I mentioned, when this kept overheating, most of that was shot on my phone and Emily's phone. Oh shit. If you want to find out how the videos looked with all this equipment, I would recommend going and watching these videos here in the playlist of my USA road trip. That just shows you exactly how everything turned out. Thanks for watching. Go watch the other videos because they're good like this one.